Yo, what is up guys? Welcome back to the SUPES channel. My name is Matthew Ramos and on this channel I aim to entertain, inform, and inspire using the topic of discussion as always, which is superheroes. So guys, today is finally the first installment of my new series called Inspires. Today we're going to be talking about Spider-Man 2002, the first Sam Raimi Spider-Man film. And we are going to be covering the life lessons that we can take from this movie and apply them into our daily lives. So I'm super hyped. This is the first installment of this series, and I'm super hyped to finally be tackling it all down. So right before we get into, the video, guys, make sure to stay to the end of the video for giveaway details, as I'm giving away a PlayStation 4 in December. Now, without further ado, let's break down Spider-Man 2002 and talk about the life lessons we can take from this film and apply it into our daily lives. So starting off with one of the most valuable lessons and probably the most popular lesson in any superhero movie: with great power comes great responsibility. This is a quote that teaches us to use the powers we have for good because we are responsible to use them for good. Now, within the context of Spider-Man, this is obviously contextual to Spider-Man because of the powers he has. He has the power to save so many people, do so much good in the world, but that triggers over into the real world because we have powers, whether it's kindness, love, but mainly what we all have, if you're watching this video, what we all have is the power of opportunity. We live in a world where we have the opportunity to do what we love, to spark an influence through social media. We have an opportunity to do so many good things and make the world such a better place every single day. So with the power of opportunity that we all have, I feel like we're looking back to this quote, with great power comes great responsibility, because we have the power of opportunity to use what makes us different, to use the powers we have within ourselves, whether it's love, money, kindness, whatever it may be. Because we have that power is because we are responsible to make the world a better place by using it for good. I mean, I believe within all of us, the most powerful thing we can have is the power of opportunity, the power of one chance to make a difference, to change someone's life. And we live in the era of human history where there is so much opportunity. There's never been this much opportunity to do what you love for a living, to make an impact and impact billions of lives. And everyone wants to change the world, but no one wants to change themselves. And the first way you change yourself and feed yourself is by doing what you love. And we live in an era where you can do virtually anything and make money, monetize your passion. I mean, look at me. I make money doing what I love, doing what I'm passionate about, talking about superheroes, making these videos. And because I'm doing what I love, it gives me the ambition to go at it every single day. And because I'm going at what I love, pursuing what I'm passionate about every single day on a daily basis, that gives me the opportunity to impact that kid in Germany, or that kid in Honduras, or that kid in Mexico that's watching my videos, that shares the same passion and love for superheroes, where I can inspire them to go become a hero of their own and go make a difference in the world. Now, while we're talking about opportunity, that is opportunity on the macro level. That is the opportunity to impact hundreds of thousands, millions of lives, because social media connects all of us. The internet connects all of us. So if you build an internet following, there's no telling of how many lives you can impact on the macro level. But on the micro level, every single day we have the opportunity to make someone's day just a little bit better. And that's what being a hero is all about. That's what love is all about. Doing things for others that you didn't really have to. So if you see, let's say you see a little girl or a girl on lunch where she's sitting by herself, she's lonely, girl or boy, it doesn't really matter. You just see a lonely individual, go over, sit next to them, spark a conversation with them. And who knows, because they're lonely, maybe they'll open up to you. Maybe it'll be so easy for you to spark a friendship, spark a relationship with that person. And just by going over it, sitting them, trying to start a conversation with them, maybe you'll spark a friendship that you'll have for the rest of your life. And even if you don't have a relationship or a friendship that sparks for the rest of your life, I can tell you right now that you made that person's day a little bit better. And at the end of the day, we don't know what everyone's going through at home. So we're just thinking hypothetically speaking here. What if that little girl, what if that little boy was, going through some bad stuff at home? If you go and you sit with that person, you talk to them, you get their mind off of you get them out of their head, then you can make their day so much better, and it'll affect how the rest of the day is gonna go. So with that power of opportunity always standing in our doorways, we must take that power of opportunity and use it for good. Use it to make someone's life better, whether it's on the macro level or on the micro level. I mean, it doesn't cost you anything to go up to someone, you know, in your head. If you think someone's pretty, it doesn't take anything for you to go up to them and say, wow, your hair looks so nice today. Or, wow, you look so pretty today. Like, it doesn't take anything for you to do that. And, you know, you'd be super surprised to see how far comments like that will go here and there. And, you know, it doesn't take a lot to change someone's life or impact someone's life on a micro level. And if you're doing what you love, then it won't be such a struggle to change millions of lives on a macro level because you're doing what you love. So again, this all connects to what we learn in Spider-Man, because with great power comes great responsibility, and every day we have an opportunity to make someone's life better. We have the power of opportunity at our disposal, and I think what Spider-Man teaches us is we got to use that opportunity. We have to use that power of opportunity to make the world a better place, because that is our responsibility. Another quote or lesson that we can take out of Spider-Man that was said very subtly, and it was a quote by Peter telling Harry a fact, and he was saying, some spiders can change colors to fit into their environment. It's a defense mechanism. And I took that, and it's something that's very subtle. It's something that you really think of as a life lesson, but I think it's a life lesson because a lot of the times when we're placed in new environments, whether it's a new school or a new group of friends or just you're integrating or networking with a new group of strangers, sometimes we change who we are to fit into that environment. And that's a defense mechanism within all of us, because we don't want to feel rejected. We don't want to feel judged for being who we are. So we change who we are so like that we can just fit into our environments. This quote also went hand in hand with the plot of Spider-Man, because Peter is a kid who doesn't fit in. And he doesn't fit in any less once he gets those superpowers after getting bitten by a radioactive spider. So he just doesn't fit in. But as he gains those powers, he realizes that there's no shot of him changing who he is so like that he could fit in. Now he's burdened with a life that doesn't fit in. He can't relate with anyone else. He is different, and he accepts who he is at the end of the film. But, you know, this correlates back to how we can take this and apply it into our daily lives. So to not change who you are, to be who you are, to accept the things that make you different. And if people judge you, screw their judgment. Their judgment doesn't matter, because you value your own opinion over theirs. So that is something I really took away from this quote, because a lot of the times we change who we are in order to fit into environments because we're afraid of rejection, we're afraid of being judged. But when you value your own opinion over the opinion of others, then that fear of rejection, that fear of judgment is non-existent anymore, because you own who you are. You take the things that make you different and you own it. And you don't care what anyone thinks of you. You just are you, and being you is the thing that is best for your heart. It's best for your soul. It's the best thing you could possibly be, because you don't feel like you're wearing a mask. You feel like your most authentic self, and that's the best thing for living a life of fulfillment, living a life of happiness, just being who you are and having no filter on whoever that is. And then finally, the third and final, and this was the lesson that changed my life. This was the quote that changed my life. And as this is at the end of the film, as Peter blows off Mary Jane because he knows that he can never be with her and be Spider-Man, he says, "This is my gift. This is my curse. I am Spider-Man." And as soon as I heard that, my life was forever changed, because within this quote, Peter finally accepts the things that make him different. And he stops viewing them as a curse, as a burden, and instead views them as the gifts that they are. And that's something we can take into account in all of our lives, because we all have things that make us different. And a lot of us are ashamed to share those differences with the world. So we cast a shadow on ourselves. But once we step into the light, once we take ownership of who we are, the same way Peter took ownership of who he is, the things that make him different, the gifts, the curse, it's okay to acknowledge it as a gift and a curse, because there's a good and bad to everything. But a lot of people just like to view the things that make them different, view their insecurities as a curse, when in reality, it's really a gift. And once Peter finally accepts the things that make him different and embraces it, then he becomes Spider-Man. Then he becomes the hero who's gonna change the world. And this applies into our lives, because once you stop casting a shadow on what makes you different, once you embrace it, then you can change the world. Because in order to change the world, you have to be different than the individuals who already crafted the world the way it is. So that causes for you being someone that's completely different than the rest. That causes for someone who embraces the things that makes them different, puts that at the forefront of who they are as a person, instead of putting what makes them different in the back burner, in the shadows, and crafting this, you know, kind of ideal, crafting this mask that everyone sees that isn't really you. That's just someone who fits into an environment, because that is a natural defense mechanism within all of us, to fit into our environments. Going back to the last quote, you know, our brain is built to survive. At the end of the day, we have to look at ourselves like animals, like the animals that we are, because our brains are built so like that it's built as a defense mechanism. So our brain is always looking at the negative things in life, because it's always targeting the things that are potentially a threat to ourselves. But once you overcome that hump, overcome that mental barrier, and finally use your mind to control it, to manipulate it, so like that you see the most amazing things in life, stop seeing things as a curse and start seeing them as a gift. Then you can embrace the things that make you different. You can put the things that make you different at the forefront of who you are, and then you can go out and change the world. Because in order to make a difference, you have to be different. And that's what this quote teaches us from Spider-Man. So just to recap the three quotes, 3 lessons that we covered from Spider-Man 2002. With great power comes great responsibility. Well, last time I checked, if you're watching this video, you have the opportunity to impact so many people, whether it's on the macro level or on the micro level. But whatever the case may be, you have the power of opportunity. So it is your responsibility to use it to make the world a better place, to change someone's life, to impact people. Now, the second quote, some spiders change colors just to fit into their environment. It's a defense mechanism. A lot of us change who we are and craft up this random person just to fit into our environments, to adapt to our environments. This is a defense mechanism within all of us, but I say screw that defense mechanism. Stand out, be who you truly are, because when you don't fear the judgment of others, when you don't fear rejection, then it's like you're truly your most authentic, genuine self, and that's the best feeling in the world. Just having no filter, just being who you are, saying what you want to say, doing things that you naturally want to do. So not fitting into your environments. And then the final and most important quote out of this entire movie: this is my gift, this is my curse, I am Spider-Man. Accepting the things that make you different. Instead of casting a shadow on what makes you different, instead of viewing it as a curse, view it as the gift that it is. Embrace it, step into the light, because in order to make a difference in the world, you have to be different in the first place. And we're all different in our own ways, but a lot of us just put the things that make us different in the back burner. We put it in the shadows so like that we can fit into our environments. But when you put the light on the things that make you different and use it to make the world a better place, when you use it to stand out and, you know, provide different ideas, provide different solutions to different problems, then that's how you create change. And change is something that the world is in dire need of. So those are the 3 lessons that we learned from Spider-Man 2002, Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 2002, starring Tobey Maguire. One of my most favorite superhero movies of all time, and definitely the most important superhero movie that changed my life and that changed the way I viewed myself and the things that make me different. So there you guys have it. Now, getting into giveaway details, guys, I'm giving away a PlayStation 4 in December. All you have to do to enter this giveaway is like this video, comment down below, and subscribe for an entry towards winning a PlayStation 4. So there you guys have it. There is my Spider-Man Inspires first installment for this series. Here we took the 3 life lessons that we can learn from Spider-Man 2002 and how we can apply those lessons into our daily lives. So thank you guys for watching, and in order to stay up to date with everything related to this Inspire series and for the next installment of this series, make sure to hit that bell notification on my channel. So there you guys have it. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time.